Super Falcons coach Edin Okon will reveal the final 23 players for the World Cup next week, Monday. That's on the 25th. That will be immediately after the friendly game against host nation Canada. Hello and welcome. I'm Cecilia Morgbe and you're watching Sport This Morning. Now let's take a look at the major headlines. And of course, we're starting with the China's National Kids Cup. All teams participating in the Season 7 of the Kids Cup, they will be arriving today. And of course, that's some of the kids you're seeing on your screen. They are all ready to roll. And of course, it's starting tomorrow. Well, as if Wenger is also having high hopes of finishing second ahead of Manchester City. And for him to achieve that, he would need to beat Sunderland tonight, who are actually looking for how to avoid relegation. Dick Advocaat is talking tough and saying that they just need a point off Arsenal and get to stay on in the English Premier League. But Arsene Wenger is also hoping that Manchester City gets to drop points in the last game. He will say that's definitely high hopes on his part. Also on the program, we'll be talking the NBA, and game 1 of the Western Conference semi-final goes to the Golden State Warriors. Now the China's National Kids Cup is here. Most of the kids are ready, and of course they are aiming for the top prize. Austin Okonakwan put together this report on one of the teams who are really aiming for that title, Uncle Bayes. Let's just get to hear this report.
Located in a serene environment in Ikorodu, Uncle Bayes Nursery and Primary School is an advocate of sports and education campaign. When I got to the school, the proprietor, Idowu Adebayo, told me that qualifying for the China's National Kids Cup has sparked a renewed interest for football development.
All right, so we're here to see the kids.
That's the slogan for these future football stars at Uncle Bayes, and success is all they want as they prepare for Season 7 of the China's National Kids Cup. While the footballers are training, some are in class learning, and others wishing they could also feature at the China's National Kids Cup.
Then you play good football.
Onobolu Tumishe is the playmaker for Uncle Bayes. He scored 3 goals at the Lagos preliminaries and believes his school can impress at the national finals.
We are letting our team to go higher, and what our coach tells us, we understand well so that we play more.
We are ready to go to the camp and to represent Lagos and to come back with victory.
Now, during the light training session, Uncle Bayes himself turned up and showed us some veteran skills.
Yeah, I feel very great, and I'm proud of my boys. Even though everywhere I have been to, they do recognize me with the footballers.
Uncle Bayes defeated last year's finalist, Ebutemeta Primary School, by a single goal to qualify for the nationals. Passionate football pupils of Uncle Bayes Nursery and Primary School already getting set for Season 7 of the China's National Kids Cup. It's been a fairy tale story for this team right from the Lagos preliminaries, and for the players and coaches of this school, they are hoping that that story will have a perfect ending when the national kicks off in Lagos this month. Austin Okonakwan reporting for Channels Television News.
Well, of course, Austin is here. Austin, good morning.
Good morning, Cecilia.
Is all set?
Yeah.
I just learned that Kano, they're on the way, right?
Kano, yeah.
Okay.
So much coming out of Kano, but let's hope they get here safely, and we'll get to know the school that will represent in Kano. But
Okay.
good to be here.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Of course, we are dressed for it. And China's Kids Cup kids arriving today. And of course, it's starting tomorrow. Last 16 in Lagos team, 2 teams. And that's just one of the team we saw there. Uncle Bayes, of course, they're ready for the title. I hope they don't become too bad, because when you shot the promo in the school, and they were like, if you want the trophy, come get it. So right now, they've given it up because they didn't even make it to the final stage.
And that made the promo turn out well, because it goes to show that our competition is getting tougher.
Yeah.
And that's what we want at Channels TV. What's interesting about Lagos this year is that they pushed aside the public schools. So the private guys have said that they're coming here to prove a point. Because people are saying, will the private schools give Lagos good representation? And then when I went to Uncle Bayes, that's all the guys were saying, that they're coming to prove a point. Remember, Uncle Bayes defeated Ebutemeta, last year's finalist, to qualify, to pick the ticket, while Daem Private School defeated Toibat. You know, so they know that they have a huge task ahead of them to play the guys from Kaduna, from Kano, from Imo State, and Abia.
From Delta, because
Akwa Ibom,
last night we were
Ekiti.
actually talking about Nana Primary School. You know, when they crashed it last year, they were not really too happy. The kids were crying. You know, it took a while for them to be able to get off the pitch, because what they were aiming was just the glory. But I think there's something the kids should learn. Look, it's not just about the glory. You know, there's also the joy of just competing. You know, getting to leave your state and coming to Lagos. Some of them just coming to Lagos for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, getting to see other kids coming from other schools, and that friendship. I think that is really what is most important for the kids. So if you don't get to make it to the final or the semi-final, just know that that friendship alone is enough. Austin, just give us more updates on what we're expecting today.
Okay, for our viewers that have been following what we've been doing as regards the Channels National Kids Cup, they know that it's 16 teams that will be taking part. As of last night, we had 15. We're waiting for Kano to give us a confirmation. I really don't know why they cannot reach us, but the good news is before I got on air, I was told that Kano is coming to Lagos. Kano, what team is coming to Lagos? They need to tell us. But let's just run through these updates. Participating schools for season 7 of the Channels National Kids Cup. From Kaduna, we have the guys from Research Model Primary School. Cecilia, they were here last year. They played good football. It was Toy Bat that defeated the guys from Kaduna, and it wasn't friendly at all.
They will be so happy that Toy Bat didn't make it to the last
another chance for them to prove a point. Then from Edo State, we have Eyanuge Primary School in Benin. They were dominant in their final preliminary game against Ugodwa, defeating them 4-0. And they're getting set to come to Lagos to continue that good achievement. Abia State, School Road Primary School, Mwaya. I've been told that this School Road Primary School have produced a lot of footballers.
Stars,
so we're waiting again to see these guys, because last year's goalkeeper of the tournament was from School Road, Judibe.
Judibe, yes.
Yeah, so let's see what they're going to do this time around. From Kwara State, we have Focal Points Primary School is in New Yidi Road, Ilorin. Then from Kogi and Sarudin Primary School, Lokoja, we followed their final preliminaries also. They defeated St. Luke by 2-1. It was also another thrilling encounter. Then our friends from Delta State, Nana Primary School, Warri. These guys have a lot to prove this year, because they were very, very impressive in their quarterfinal game. Their governor was around to watch them. Good motivation. They ran over their opponents. Won that one, but in the semi-finals, whoa, was really, really tough for them.
And they had to come last there.
They crashed out. So this time around, the governor will be leaving office. Let's see if they can give him a good farewell gift. So that's for Delta. Imo State, we're expecting Roches Foundation, our primary school. They've been talking to us. They're very interested in the competition. From Akwa Ibom State, Christ the King Primary School, we're waiting to see them also. Ekiti, Emmanuel Primary School in Ado Ekiti. Sokoto, we cannot wait to welcome our guys all the way from the north to Raki Model Primary School, Sokoto. Hopefully they'll be on ground today. Then you know the two schools from Lagos. Lagos School 1 is Uncle Bayus Nursery and Primary School, Ikorodu. Second Lagos team is Daem Schools, Alakuko. And then in Osun State, we're expecting Muslim Community Elementary School, Modakeke.
Okay, these are the schools, 15 here right now. We learned that, of course, Kano State, they are on their way, and we'll get to know the school once they arrive. And another thing is you have 2 teams from Lagos. What's the reason for this?
Okay, you know, initially we used to have 4 teams from Lagos.
Yes.
This competition is getting tougher every year. We cut down to 2 in Lagos because we wanted to give a chance to the final teams that made it to the finals. You know, we divided it into 2 groups. If you make it to the semi-finals, you cannot now come and start playing the other guys in the final. Okay. So it might eventually cut down to 1 for Lagos. But the fact that the competition is being done in Lagos, and let's just show them some love. They are the defending champions. Not just defending champions. Lagos was dominant last year. First, second, and third.
Okay, that's the reason they have that. That's the main reason.
The technical committee don't want to come out straight up to say that's the reason. We just want to leave it at the fact that it's because they are hosts, and then we monitor the Lagos preliminaries by virtue of us being on ground here. So we see the level of preparedness from Lagos teams. We also conduct
the numbers of schools in Lagos also. Does that come to play?
Exactly. We got over 42 entries. Did the screening and then invited over 30-something to play in the preliminaries. Not just that, Cecilia, we are on ground to screen and monitor this Lagos team. So If we say 2, we know it's because they have passed our screening process properly.
Okay, that's basically the aim. Well, tomorrow it's going to be the deal day. So that's what we're expecting tomorrow.
Let's say today is the D-Day for us because the excitement starts today when we start seeing the guys from Kaduna, from Imo, from Sokoto, from Kwara. It means it's excitement for us already. And we have a lot of activities in place for the kids. When they touch down at Slim Balogun Stadium, members of the main organizing committee will be there to welcome them, make them feel at home. And then on ground, we're arranging good entertainment for the kids. If they're not so tired, we'll play some good music for them, and then create an atmosphere where they can get to meet each other. Of course, then we'll be getting the accreditation done, and then get good team spirit, bonding. Tomorrow, we will flag off the press conference to say we're ready for Season 7 of the Channels National Kids Cup. And then, after that, if we have the time, we can just play a game or two. But if not, on Friday showtime.
So if we just want to see the very best of kids, their skills and all the display, especially, well, that's, Austin, that's small boy. I mean, 7 or 8. I mean, they didn't get to the last 16. But if you just want to see kids like that, just go to Slim Balogun Stadium from Friday. Of course, you get to see lots and lots of them across the country. And maybe you can just testify that when one of them gets to win, well, what player of the year sometime, or best player in Africa, or best player in Nigeria, or get to play for the national team, you can tell the story. I actually watched this boy at the age of 10 when he was playing for the Channels National Kids Cup. Austin?
Yeah, and that is actually happening, Cecilia. You're about talking about Afolabi Yusuf.
Yes,
he plays
Afolabi
for
Yusuf.
St. Paul's Anglican, and his school lost out. I think they lost to Toybat. The story out of Afolabi Yusuf is it was so admirable that we're getting calls. People are interested in Afolabi Yusuf. I don't want to go into details, but we're already even getting scholarship offers
for him. People
are saying, this guy can play good. Now, that's how massive the Channels National Kids Cup is becoming, because that's just the Lagos preliminaries. Imagine when the real deal starts tomorrow. You get. So it goes beyond us just monitoring these guys. It also gives us an opportunity to tell them, hey, if you're not doing well in school,
so it's going to come to that, education and sports.
If you're not upgrading your grades, the time will come you cannot be part of this, because for us it's about sports, football, and education.
That's the big thing. Okay, well, quickly, before I let you go, quickly talk about the Super Falcons, advocates of one another. Super Falcons, of course, finally, well, they are up to Canada. They're going to have a transit flight from last night. They'll branch France this morning, stop in Paris, of course, then take a connecting flight to Toronto, Canada. And, of course, they're playing Canada host nation the 25th. That has been confirmed by Nigerian Football Federation. And also the final list will be out on the 25th also. So immediately after that game, you're going to be having the numbers of players that will be playing, at the World Cup. And we know that all the teams that traveled, Francisco Aldega, and, of course, Evelyn Wamboko will be joining them. So finally, well, it all comes down to this.
When we talk about the Super Falcons, a lot of things just comes to mind. When we ask for support, when we say play friendly games, when we ask the Nigeria Football Federation to ensure that this team, gets all they need, because you don't just want to go out to the numbers in Canada. Not just that. You see, football works in a very funny way. And then the God of soccer gave us a group that should make us work. The Group D, Australia, Sweden, and the United States of America. So Nigeria, go and do your work. We said no. Because we thought June was a long
time.
And that was in January, February, March. Now we're almost at the end of May.
I remember how they were actually scrambling for a friendly when the Malians pulled that they were not going to play, in the Olympic
qualifiers. Strikers. Tomorrow you play Roadside Street Boys, and then you're going to the World Cup, the biggest. It doesn't get bigger than this for women's football. And at this level, winning the African Championship, having this is like the golden generation.
Yes, of course, we have the best.
Desire Aquarano, even Wabu, they are playing with Courtney DK is now part of the team. If we cannot impress at this stage, Cecilia, then it goes to show that our leadership is faulty, that we need to ask questions. The Super Falcons, a lot of people say, why are they doing connecting flights to Canada? Get tired, do transit and the rest. Why can't they go on a chartered flight?
Because they are not Super Eagles.
Well, the Nigerian Football Federation can answer that. But what I'm saying is, the World Cup is here.
Yes, sir.
I keep saying whenever I come on TV that let's see the way we are treating this Super Falcons team. So that when they get to Canada and they don't give you the results you're expecting, nobody should come out and say...
Pressure shouldn't be on them at all.
Nobody should come out and say, it's only in Africa they will shine. Just local champions. Now they've gone to the World Cup. No, we didn't prepare. It's what you saw that you will reap. So we've seen it with the Super Falcons that they struggle to get ready for this championship. I know in Nigeria, we... Fire brigade approach, and if we are lucky,
sometimes it works for us.
Miracles will just happen. Maybe when we beat Sweden, we play a draw against Australia and lose to America, we'll qualify. And then you get to the next stage and it's all right, come back. No. We should have reached the stage where we should be respected.
Semi-final, yes, of course. They know our preparations, they know how we go about our things, and of course they just know that, okay, these girls are coming here for the first time. And another thing is you have some of the girls traveling for the very first time, so they haven't really played international competition. So hopefully, well, it's going to be a very, very fantastic one for the Super Falcons because that die-hard spirit is always with them.